Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. The family and I actually went back to my hometown to visit my mom for the holidays. And what was supposed to be just a relaxing overnight stay at my mom's place ended up being a fun experience altogether. Now, if you're not aware, I'm actually on my weight loss journey, and so far I've lost almost 30 pounds. I wanted to see the reaction of my mom when I visited her, and here's what happened.
Come get me something else.
Hello?
Naku po! Treble.
Huh?
Treble ang taba. Mar, Victor!
Me and my wife actually talked about this, and she expected my mom to actually act that way. To be honest, I was actually hoping that she would notice that I did lose some weight. But what's important is I am starting to lose weight, and I'm getting fitter in the process. So it's all good. Fast forward to the next day, I actually woke up pretty early, which was around 5:30 a.m. I still had one more day in my 3-day split, which was supposed to be the chest and back. So I took a chance and tried to search for gyms nearby. Fortunately enough, I actually saw one, which was actually named Moss. So I informed my wife, and after that quickly left and tried to go to the gym. And here's what happened.
So I'm at my mom's place right now, and I saw that there was a gym that was open. It's currently almost 6 a.m. right now, and fortunately it's not open, so yes, that sucks. There are a couple of other places near here. One of the main issues I have is that I don't have proper shoes for working out, because I'm just wearing Crocs. Because I never really expected to be going to the gym, but we'll see.
So it was pretty unfortunate that it was actually closed. But the cool thing about it is that there were actually a lot of other gyms in the area. Unfortunately, none that were actually open. Luckily enough, there was one which was only a few minutes away, and I only had to walk there, which was about to open at 6 a.m. Unfortunately, I got too excited and forgot to turn on my microphone. And so this is what happened. First, when I left home, the microphone was off. In another instance where I was actually walking towards the second gym that I wanted to go to. In this one, I was actually just saying that I'm actually getting my steps in, as well as, just admiring the Christmas decorations in the center island. After about 30 minutes of walking, I finally got to the gym.
Okay, so we're here. Muscletown Gym. Check it out. Let's see if I can go in. Ay po. Pwede po ba mag-gym kahit
Pwede.
okay lang?
Pwede rin daw siya.
Naka-Crocs?
Crocs.
Okay lang po.
Okay lang. Thank you.
Kaya lang naman po kami nagpaparubber shoes for safety nyo din po.
Apo.
Mamaya mabaksakan po kayo.
Yun nga ng weights. Apo. Okay. Thank you.
Doble ingat na lang po. Basta wala po kami pananagutan.
Walang problema.
Sige po.
Ano na naman?
The gym was actually pretty nice. There were a lot of different machines that I've only seen in videos. So I was really excited to try some of them out. Now, luckily enough, since it just opened at 6 a.m., I was the only one there. So I didn't have any problems doing any of my workouts. They also had this really nice dumbbell collection. I haven't seen that many dumbbells, and so I wanted to try it out and see if I can actually lift the heaviest one I saw. And they also had this nice studio area where they had some cardio machines as well. Pretty nice. And so I started my workout doing some lat pull downs. Now I realized that my form isn't that great, and to be honest, I felt that the weights was a bit too light, so I ended up adding a few more extra pounds to it, but still wasn't able to do the proper form. I have to remember to tuck my legs in a little bit more into the machine next time. In most cases, I actually like to do my workouts as close to failure as possible, just so that I get the maximum gains. So next up was the cable row. Now these machines are actually pretty interesting to me because when I look at the plates, they actually are labeled differently. Like some are colored differently and some are other with a different color altogether. I'm not actually sure how to read them properly. Now, the thing is, it wasn't like I was going to go back there anytime soon. So, just try to go with the weights that I can actually do them with. So that's what happened. This is the first time that I've actually seen this type of attachment. So I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly. Although I still did get a pretty good workout from it, which was important. All right, now we're on to the chest section. I always found my chest a little bit weaker compared to what I can pull with my back. So I really tried to push for failure with all of my sets for the chest exercises. After that set, I actually noticed that there was a weighing scale. Normally I would have my daily weigh-ins, which also included a picture of myself. Unfortunately, since I wasn't home, I couldn't do the picture, but I might as well do the weigh-in. Unfortunately, it kept moving, so I couldn't really get the actual number, but that's okay. I found this really interesting water dispenser. If you can actually put in a peso, which converts to roughly about $1.017. And it's interesting because it gives you about 150 ml of water, which is about 5 ounces. Don't worry about the water. It's just the energy drink that I bought mixed with the water. All right, now for the next exercise, I'm sorry for the view. I know there's a little bit underbelly that you can see there, but basically this is the incline bench press. I feel like this is more centered towards the middle of the chest, although I've heard that you're actually hitting all of the chest, so it's all good. If not, just let me know in the comments down below. And next up, workout that I haven't actually done in a while, which is the pec deck. Now, I'm not sure if the form is perfect, although I do remember that back then I had actually felt some shoulder pain towards my left shoulder, and so I actually started to avoid that exercise, and my wife really didn't like doing that either, so I really didn't have any reason to do it over the past few weeks. Although since I was there, I wanted to try it out. I don't know if it's the motion I did where I would bend my elbows upon reaching the full eccentric, but I think it really helped in terms of minimizing any sort of pain in my shoulder area, which is nice. So finally, I'm on to the new things that I started doing, which is the Kelso shrug. Not sure if I'm doing them correctly, but basically you're just shrugging, right? So I think I'm doing it properly. I actually still feel the pain right now, especially in my mid-back. Now, just like with all the exercises that I do, these are all with 2 sets, and as much as possible I try to reach for failure in some of them, but most particularly with my chest exercises. I was actually pretty happy when I saw the preacher curl machine, because I only saw that in videos, so I really wanted to try it out. Similar to what I told you earlier, the pins or the actual plates were labeled differently, so I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but what I did initially, I put the pin somewhere, I don't know, I didn't really bother to check anymore, but I just put it there, and then I tried lifting it. I couldn't. So what I did was I put the pin, I think I just moved it either one up or one down, and then I immediately was able to do it. So I don't know, weird, right? I got a really good workout from this, and normally I would actually have some pain towards my elbow area, particularly with my left arm. It's one of my weaker arms, so that usually is a bit of an issue whenever I'm doing preacher curls. I actually started to struggle again with another machine. This one is for, I think, for the hamstrings. I couldn't really figure out how to lower some of the pads, or actually both of the pads. But eventually I was able to figure it out that you just have to pull the yellow pin so that you can start moving it, which was actually pretty fun because I got a pretty good workout for my hamstrings. I don't even know what this exercise is, but I remember doing it back then, more than 10 years ago when I was still going to the gym, so I wanted to try it out. It was fun.
That experience was actually pretty good. So it's now 7:30. I did a bunch of stuff that's not really just available in the gym that I go to. All of the machines were actually very fluid in the sense that I had no issues doing any of them. So it was actually fantastic. The only thing that I wish that I did earlier was the fact that I hope I went to the gym earlier. A lot of times I just wasted my time playing video games like Valorant, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail. I can't express my joy of just being able to go to any place, any urban place, I suppose, and just being able to go to a gym and just experiencing the place. To be fair, the price was, well, I wouldn't say it's super expensive compared to where I went to the gym. Normally that would cost about just $1. Here, obviously, it's a bit more expensive. It's actually $5. But for the workout that I was able to do, there were a lot of machines there, and so I really enjoyed the workout. The equipment's nice. The workout was great, and I really felt good, and I got a lot of steps in. I got my wife the usual thing that we drank when she started. There's protein. She really likes the taste of this one, although she doesn't mind the taste of the other one because it's also chocolate. I wish she could go with me. She wouldn't be able to since she doesn't have the stuff. Just walking here just brings me back because this is where I grew up. Normally I would actually go to a computer shop. The sign is over there. And if you guys haven't seen, that's a tricycle. It's a mode of transportation here. Pretty cool, right? Pretty small, pretty compact. It's good for, just short distances. It's like a cab, but everything's open, obviously. I'm going to be buying something for my wife. She actually likes eating this particular breakfast from McDonald's, which is the egg de sal.
So I ordered a few things. One of my favorites is actually the English muffin with sausage and cheese and egg. McDonald's is something that I really look forward to whenever I get the chance to get some. Then I ordered the cheesy egg de sal with ham for my wife, hash brown for my daughter, a cheesy hamburger for my son, and then 2 apple pies for my kids. And the rest of the day actually went by mostly just chatting with my mom, just catching up. And here's actually a picture of us in the living room and with the kids in front of the Christmas tree. Now, in terms of my overall progress, like I said, I'm almost nearing 30 pounds, which is typically what happens every single month so far. Towards the latter part of the month, before reaching that 10-pound goal I've set myself to, it would feel like it was dragging on all the way up until the end. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit my goal of another 10 pounds this month, keeping my fingers crossed. Currently, my lowest weight, which was yesterday, I was actually at 263.7. 4 more pounds to go and I'll be able to hit that goal. Now, in terms of any changes in particular, like I said in my previous video, I noticed that I've lost a lot of fat on the sides. But at the same time, whenever I try to touch, because typically when I touch my belly, it's actually pretty hard here, especially in the upper area. But towards the bottom part, it's actually a lot more loose. I'm actually starting to lose more fat towards the center mass of my belly, which is actually pretty nice. For the past few weeks, it's only been towards the sides, slowly creeping up towards the middle, and I'm actually pretty happy that I'm starting to lose fat there. In terms of my calorie intake, there was only one day where I exceeded my calorie goal by a little bit. But for the most part, I was actually hitting below 2,100 calories every single day for 5 days, which is actually pretty nice. And yesterday was actually my lowest weigh-in ever since I started this journey, which is actually pretty nice. What I love about this journey is that, just like my name, just like the channel name, it's actually pretty comfy. I'm planning to make a video about how I approach this and how I think there are just 5 simple strategies that you can do so that you can also lose weight just like me. It's probably going to be in the video up here eventually, but for now, it's going to be something else. If it hasn't been changed yet, it means that I haven't done the video yet. If you're watching this before the holidays, I wish you all happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out.